The game is afoot. Hello, welcome to my channel. Another Bibliophile Reads. My name is Greg, and I'm announcing the third annual Holmes is Where the Heart Is event. This is an event created by Jim at Mystery and Mayhem. Holmes is Where the Heart Is a month-long reading event celebrating the character of Sherlock Holmes, created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. There are a number of co-hosts, BookTube irregulars that will be helping Jim celebrate this event. Those include Alan Reads, Alan at Big Hard Books and Classics, J. Scott Phillips, Randy Ray, the Literate Texan, Roy at Roy Reads Anything, and Sean D. Standfast. And of course, I'm a regular co-host too. Now, in order to celebrate this event, you can follow the prompts that I'm going to give you, or you can just read something by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, about one of his short stories, or one of his novels about Sherlock Holmes. These are the prompts. Number 1, Canon. Read any Sherlock Holmes story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. As I said, that could be a novel, a short story, or a collection of short stories. It's entirely up to you. Prompt number 2, nonfiction. Read a nonfiction book about Sherlock Holmes, the stories, or Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. Prompt number 3, pastiche. Read a pastiche that features Sherlock Holmes or any of the other canonical characters as the main character. And prompt number 4 is legacy. Read a mystery that was inspired by the stories or character of Sherlock Holmes. It's really that simple. At its very basic, as I said, you can read a short story by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle featuring Sherlock Holmes. Or you can read more. You can go more than just these prompts if you so choose. Now, this is also a very good event to get into Sherlock Holmes, because there may be a rare reader or two who has not read any stories about Sherlock Holmes before, and this is a good entryway to get introduced to the character. Now, for my TBR, I have a number of choices. I think I am going to read or maybe listen to the audiobook of the first collection of Holmes stories, and that would be The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, originally published in 1892. I'm very tempted to re-listen to the audiobook because it is narrated fantastically by Stephen Fry. For prompt number 2, I am probably going to skip the nonfiction unless I can find a short essay about Holmes or Sherlock Holmes. For number 3, that is pastiche. I am going to be reading The West End Horror, originally published in 1975. And the back cover is as such. March 1895. Menace stalks renowned West End. A maniac more terrifying than Jack the Ripper is on the rampage through London's glamorous theatre district. What baffles Scotland Yard is elementary to the great detective, until Holmes finds himself in the clutches of the grisly murderer. Now, the first year we did Holmes is Where the Heart Is, I read this book, The 7% Solution. And this is one of the best Sherlock Holmes novels that I have read that was not by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. A fantastic book, which talks about Sherlock Holmes' cocaine addiction and how he is helped by none other than Sigmund Freud. Now, this book, I said, is great, except for the very end of the book. Now, this author, Nicholas Meyer, is a scriptwriter, and he got a little too Hollywood in this book at the very end, and that was a little bit of a disappointment. Now, I have been told that the West End Horror does not quite live up to the 7% Solution, but I do want to find out. And this edition is a very neat step back cover, so that's exciting. For prompt number 4, I plan to read Fer de Lance by Rex Stout, originally published in 1934. This is the first in the Nero Wolfe series. I am embarrassed to say that I have not read Rick Stout before, and this will be my introduction to Nero Wolfe. Here is a description of the book. As any herpetologist will tell you, the Fer de Lance is among the most dreaded snakes known to man. When someone makes a present of one to Nero Wolfe, Archie Goodwin knows he's getting dreadfully close to solving the devilishly clever murders of an immigrant and a college professor. As for Wolfe, he's playing snake charmer in a case with more twists than an anaconda whistling a seductive tune he hopes will catch a killer who's still got poison in his heart. As with the previous years, there is going to be a group read. This year it is The Prisoner of the Devil by Michael Hardwick, originally published in 1979. I am not familiar with this author, but I have been told that he is one of the best pastiche authors out there for Sherlock Holmes. The novel is described as such. The desperate case of a convicted traitor sets Holmes on a quest for justice. Europe, 1895. Political relations between the empires of Germany and England and the state of France are being tested as accusations of espionage and underhand activities threaten the fragile peace between the nations. A Jewish French army officer, Captain Dreyfus, suddenly finds himself the victim of political corruption as he is tried and convicted of treachery for allegedly passing information to the German embassy in Paris. He is condemned to suffer the harshest treatment on Devil's Island, a French penal colony off the coast of Guyana. A visit from Matthew Dreyfus, the prisoner's brother, engages Holmes on one of the most lengthy and difficult cases of his career. Is Dreyfus a traitor? Who is responsible for his living hell? And why is Mycroft Holmes deeply involved? Now, of course, the Dreyfus affair was a real political scandal at the end of the 19th century in France, and I believe it stretched into the beginning of the 20th century as well. I know it was a big to-do in France at the time, so I'm kind of curious how this author, Michael Hardwick, is going to handle this political and historical case. Okay, that's all that I have for the third annual Holmes is Where the Heart Is. I hope you choose to participate and read something with the character of Sherlock Holmes. Thank you for watching and keep on reading.